So this is a sketch plan review meeting pertaining to the application of Craig B. and Margaret W. Armstrong 1998 trust for a proposed 2-lot subdivision of property that they own at 40 Sam Ward Road, parcel code SW040T in Underhill, Vermont. The property is in the rural residential and soil and water conservation zoning districts in Underhill, Vermont. This application is subject to the review under the current regulations, which are the 2011 Town of Underhill Unified Land Use and Development Regulations as amended through March 3rd, 2020, and the 2018 Underhill Road Driveway and Trail Ordinance as amended December 18th, 2018. Sketch plan review is an informal pre-application review process intended to acquaint the DRB with the proposed subdivision during the conceptual stage of the design process before the applicant incurs significant expense in preparing a formal application. The informal review and discussion at the regular meeting of the DRB helps identify the type of subdivision, the subdivision layout that will best meet the needs of the subdivider and the requirements of these regs. Sketch plan review is not a hearing, and requirements for interested party status do not apply. What that really means is we don't swear speakers in, but we ask you to identify yourself and give your address to the board so that before you comment, so we can keep an accurate record of this meeting in the minutes. So you guys are good. We have your address.
Yeah.
So you're good there. DRB members present tonight, starting immediately to your left, Eli, is Matt Chapik. To his left is Karen McKnight, our zoning and planning zoning administrator. My zoning. My last name. My homes. Chairman Charlie Van Winkle. To my left is Brian Birch, Dan Lee, Greg Lynch. So these are the guys here. We have no members present. No members present online, so it's just us.
Okay.
So any members online or in attendance here to comment on the Armstrong application? If
Hi.
so, could you let us know?
Hi, I'm Todd Hill. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Todd.
I'm here on behalf of Craig and Meg Armstrong. Yep. I did the I'll be doing the site plan and water wastewater plan for the new lot for Eli Armstrong's lot.
Okay. Would you like us to, who's doing the presentation for us? Eli or are you, Todd?
Oh, I'd be glad to. Sure.
It's Eli off the hot seat. You're okay with that?
That works.
All right, then. Eli, Todd, what we're going to do, since we've identified you, Todd, is there anyone else online? There's no other members of the public here at the town hall. Is there anyone else online who is interested in the Armstrong application? Okay, so basically, copies of the rules of procedure that the board follows are available to all attendees for review on the town's website and can also be obtained from the zoning administrator. Are there any state and municipal representatives present other than town administrator and our zoning administrator, and are they acting in their state or town capacities? So let the record say there's none. Are there any conflicts of interest, or have there been any ex parte communications on part of any of the board members?
No.
Okay. So in tonight's hearings, which is a sketch plan review, the board will hear from the following parties in this order. So we'll hear from the applicant's representative, Todd Hill. We'll hear from the zoning administrator, Maya Holmes. She's prepared a staff report, which has been uploaded to the town website. Members of the development review board, followed by members of the public. Since there's no members of the public here, we'll go right to the folks participating online if they happen to identify themselves between now and when their turn comes. Then the applicant or their representative will have an opportunity to respond. Final comments will be solicited from the zoning administrator, the applicant, and members of the public, and members of the board will have an opportunity to ask final questions or make any final comments. All speakers should address their comments to the board and not to other parties present at the meeting. Members of the public are afforded 5 minutes unless by request and majority consent of the board. We agree to extend that time. The board may ask questions of anyone in attendance to discuss the application. The information package that was distributed by the zoning administrator prior to tonight's hearing is available on the Armstrong sketch plan review file, docket DRB 25-06, under parcel code SW040B at the Underhill Town Office by request, and is also available on the town website. So we'll begin the testimony or discussion by first hearing from the applicant or their representative. So Todd, since that's you, I'm going to listen to you first.
Okay, thank you. So this is a 77-acre lot that contains Craig and Meg Armstrong's existing house. And they will be dividing off a 27-acre lot for Eli for him to build his house upon. And I guess you guys just did a site visit there. So Eli's house site is pretty close to the road, and we've identified, I've already got a site plan started for it. We've got a good wastewater location, and it's pretty straightforward. There's no, it's not like it's steep or any real issues that I can see that would be of concern. So the resulting 2 lots will be 50 acres. That'll stay with Meg and Craig's house. And then, as I said before, Eli's lot would be 27 acres for just a single family dwelling. Maybe he might want an accessory dwelling along with that, but that's about it. It's pretty straightforward, pretty close to the road. No, pretty flat, pretty easy.
So Todd, if you could summarize a couple of questions we talked about on site.
Okay.
That you would know that, but Eli said something about the power coming in from a neighbor to the south, and we're going to utilize the existing curb cut. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's an existing curb cut, so to speak, for like a logging access there. Yeah, that's I'm not privy to exactly where the power's coming in from yet. So sounds like Eli knows more about that than me. Yeah.
Yeah, but on-site septic and a drilled well, is that what we heard?
Correct. Yep.
Great. Anything else to share with the board or members of the public?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward. I don't really see any big issues of concern that I see here. Yeah, it's
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you get another shot to add stuff later if you think of something, but right now I'd like to move over to Maya. And she prepared a staff report, a copy of which is included on the town website. You want to just give us a quick summary? Not so quick, because I see one paper there.
It's just a little bit. So we're here tonight for a sketch plan review for a 2-lot subdivision submitted by Craig B. and Margaret W. Armstrong, 1998 Trust. The subject property is located at 40 Sam Ward Road and is in the rural, residential, and soil and water conservation districts. The new proposed Lot 3, which is shown in the staff report, would be 27 acres, and Lot 2 would be reduced to 50 acres. The proposed new lot meets the minimum lot size requirement of 15 acres. Proposed Lot 3 would have plus or minus 500 feet of frontage, which meets the 400-foot frontage minimum requirement, while Lot 2 would have frontage on the end of Sam Ward Road, a town highway. The applicant will need a waiver for the frontage requirements, as proposed Lot 2 is at a dead end. The proposed access for the new lot will be directly on Sam Ward Road. There are steep and very steep slopes located on the proposed lot, but they do not appear to be in or near the proposed building envelope. There are class 2 wetlands on the lot, but they do not appear to be in or near the proposed envelope. There is a FEMA designated flood zone on the lot, but it does not appear to be in or near the proposed building envelope. A priority level 9 habitat block is located on the lot, and almost entirely comprises lots 1 and 2 and proposed lot 3. The proposed building envelope would not further fragment this habitat block. Additionally, a deer wintering yard is located on the proposed lot. However, it is not in or near the proposed building envelope. Statewide agricultural soils are located on the lot, but are also not on or near the proposed building envelope. Based on all of the previously stated information, I recommend this subdivision be classified as a minor subdivision.
So I've got one question for you.
Yep.
None of the drawings that I had a building envelope on.
Yes,
So,
the building
or
envelope.
did I miss it?
The building envelope would be on Exhibit E. It was a relatively rough sketch with sides of the building envelope.
Okay. So it's not complete though.
That is correct.
Right.
Based on the statement from the applicant, given the length of the driveway, I assumed the end of the building envelope and approximate size of the house.
Anyone else got anything? Any more comments?
That's all.
Any questions or comments from board members? Take comments from the public or anybody who wishes to speak about the application. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak about the application? Going once. Going twice. Okay.
I guess I have one question.
Sure.
And maybe it's come up already. Exhibit E, it looks like there's some sort of right of way that keeps going after dimension 50, where it says 50 plus or minus. Is that Sam Ward Road or is that right here?
Right here, 60 feet.
Yeah, so you've drawn it to end like where it says 50, but then it continues like 164 as a bend and 64 feet.
He's looking at it here.
That's not up towards
Yeah, that's
their
not,
house.
that's towards,
So I think
the barn or the barn house and then the actual, lot 1 house.
Yeah, okay.
so.
Yeah, it's a much
So we
clearer
made
picture.
him do that to get the frontage, right? So round 1 and 2.
Okay, so does that, so is that still, is this, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so,
at the time we did this, right, you had 500 feet here.
Yeah.
And they had 250 feet left to the edge of the right of way, so we made them extend it to get to the 500 feet.
okay, this lot,
Yeah,
okay,
and so it's just lines on the paper, but not the intent of
okay.
the zoning regs at the time. And,
Okay, yeah, that's the one question I had.
yeah,
So is lot 1 losing its frontage?
It's
Lot 2 is,
lot 2, they want a waiver for that.
Oh,
And, you know, it's like, well, if we didn't give them a waiver, they would just extend that right away in common.
Yeah.
They need another 100 feet. It's kind of like a waste of time.
to
Be
extend,
inclined to give them a waiver.
yeah, lot 2's frontage is like, right on the left, it's not really in front of their home.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyone from the public who has any questions or comments? Todd, anything you'd like to add that you didn't include in the original presentation?
No, I mean, it's meets all the zoning requirements. You guys just covered a couple little technicalities with the right of way and what's going to happen with lot 2 there at the end of the dead end road, but lot 3, the new lot that's being created, I mean, seems pretty straightforward to me. It meets all the zoning requirements, and yeah.
So I have a question for you, Todd. The 77 acres, that doesn't include any land that's in Westford, right?
Oh, no, I don't believe so. No, I think that's separate acreage over there. I'm quite sure.
Any final comments from you? Final comments from the board?
I guess, so there's like land in Westford, does lot 3 cut that off, or is it still somehow connected?
Yeah, there's still going to be a little connection there from the remaining, the retained lot 2. There is going to be a connection there of at least 20 feet wide. But it is going to connect. Yeah.
So if there's no final comments from the board, do you guys think you have enough information to decide whether the proposed sketch plans fulfill the application requirements?
I do.
Yeah. All right, and the applicant is asked to propose the subdivision as a minor subdivision, and she's also asked to consolidate the preliminary and the final application. So how do you guys feel with that?
Yeah, I mean, if we need more information, then we could always continue it.
Yeah.
So I'd support, combining them, and if everything's in order, one meeting. If there is things that we needed, maybe at that time we'd require another meeting.
Yeah. So I don't know, do I need to make a motion, Brad? We don't motion in sketch when we do.
Well,
Somehow we have to
motion to accept.
Motion to accept and then classify and rule preliminary.
I'll make a motion to accept the sketch plan
Okay,
as
There's-
presented.
so motion by Karen McKnight. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Brian Birch. Any discussion on the motion to accept the sketch plan as presented? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Great. So now the motion to consider this sketch plan as a major or minor. Does anyone want to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to accept it as a minor.
Okay, so a motion to accept the subdivision as a minor subdivision by Matt Chapik. Is there a second?
I can second it.
So Karen McKnight has seconded it. Any discussion on the motion to classify the subdivision as a minor subdivision? Hearing no discussion, how does the board feel? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Last question is to consolidate or waiver of the preliminary hearing requirement. So can I entertain a motion to waive the preliminary hearing requirement? Was that?
Sure.
You were kind of in favor before, so.
Yeah, no, I was scratching, but I'll make a motion to waive preliminary hearing and have a combined final hearing.
Is there a second for that motion?
I'll second that.
So motion by Brian Birch, seconded by Greg Leach. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of consolidating or waiving the preliminary hearing requirement, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. So, what happens next on top, what happens next is within 15 days of this meeting, we'll give you a letter that outlines our concerns, which are none.
Okay.
Showed up tonight.
Yeah.
There is a checklist that you should go through on the application requirements.
All right.
Maya will be reviewing your application compared to the checklist, so if you have any questions, you or your consultant can talk to Maya. And basically, that's what the board would be interested in. It would be helpful, but not required if you had solicited or your consultant solicited, letters of ability to serve from the school district, fire department. What else do we do, Brad? School district, fire department, and that's it?
Only thing I would suggest is if there's going to be any right of way to access the Westford land.
Yeah.
Meg mentioned that. I think, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be a right of, well, yeah, the plan will show that there's still a connection there to
So
the
if it's
Westford land.
Yeah, if it's a new connection, Todd, we probably want to see like site distances on it.
Oh yeah,
You're not going to propose any, you may not be proposing a road. We'd also like to know what the site distances are on the access or the existing access.
okay.
did I read that there is access from Westford? There's a right of way access from Westford side town? There is, you're asking? I thought I read that in the report. I'd review the narrative.
Yeah.
Okay. There's something mentioned about a right of way for that property. Yeah, Mike, is it mentioned?
In my right of way or the
In
applicant?
the narrative.
Or sorry, in my narrative for that.
I thought it was in the applicants.
I can check the exhibits.
If there is, we want to see it.
Right of way, just-
Yeah, at the end of the day, Todd,
Yeah.
if there is a right of way, we want to show them on the drawing. Just so.
Okay, yep.
Because it doesn't really show up on the Mylar.
There was a letter at Meg Road.
On lot 3, there will be subject to an easement of access to property located on the lot in Westford. So
There you go.
this is presently in the existing deed.
It's not there in this letter. Will be.
So the big question is, where is
Yeah.
it? So that's kind of the show for tonight. You guys are welcome to hang out. If you do want us to hang, we're gonna ask that you sit over in the gallery because we have new applicants that are coming in at 7:30.
Okay.
Between now and then, the board's gonna review and approve meeting minutes, go over schedule, and who's job captain on this particular project. And that's where we're going. So you have 3 sets of minutes you want to approve,
I
right?
do, yes.
Yeah. And so
There's just one copy.
Oh,
I sent them all out.
We won't sign those. We'll just.
we'll approve them, or we'll review them, make any changes. And then they can sign it remotely.
Okay. How many acres are left?
How many acres are in Westford?
I had in my head that
I think.
your parents owned about 400 acres in all.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many are in Westford. It's,
Don't go for opinion, you may need to approve some meeting minutes.
I'm not
Right over there.
Okay.
I don't know.
So the first set of, I'm sorry, did you get an answer to your question?
I'm not sure how many.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot.
A lot, yeah,
A
it
lot.
seemed like 400 or something.
It's a lot, yeah.
Does, find out, are there roads to that lot from Westford? Where they go through there?
Is it rep road, touch the property somewhere in Westford?
Yeah.
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 We were at a site visit with your mom one time and she said, oh, that's my land over there. It had to do with rep road, I thought.
I think there's another. I'm not sure exactly what the road is, but I think there is some.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Is that everything? I don't know.
You're good. You can name it if you want. You don't have to add it, but we'd love to have it, but you know, we get it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good night.
So we have minutes to approve. The next hearing doesn't start till 7:30.
Yeah.
So we're kind of dragging our feet going through.
Where do you want to-
Whole business,
Socialize a little.
socialize. I will remind
Thank
you.
you.
of that. So we're on TV. So we have to keep it PG. Recording should remain. Because we call the meeting to start.
Yeah.
And then we have to go to the agenda item that's listed for 7:30.
Or is that a brook?
I can't tell.
It's not for a half-hour sitcom.
I was thinking the road in Westford.
Okay, first set of meeting minutes are those from the Underhill Development Review Board dated Monday, February 3rd. We did a DRB public hearing for a sketch plan review for Downs Road, 43 Downs Road, by Alan and Audrey Frey. Maya sent these out with the meeting minutes on Friday. I'd like to get a motion to approve.
You just, we didn't mention who was at that.
Oh, who's that? So Matt was there, I was there, Penny was there, Karen was there.
I was?
Yes. It says you were there. February 3rd, come on, go back.
I don't think so.
Well, considering who prepared these,
I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna go with this.
All right, go with that. Go with that.
Because if you're not there, then we can't prove it.
Right.
Because we need four
Okay,
people.
all right.
Karen, you were there.
As of
As of right now, you were there.
Was I?
I wrote the letter.
Yeah.
So, Matt remembers.
So is there any edits, additions, credits, changes? Motion to approve the meeting minutes from February 3rd, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from February 3rd.
Awesome. Is there a second?
I'll
Might as
second.
well go for it since you were there. Okay, motion and second from the meeting minutes of February 3rd, 2025. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You made the motion, so I'm assuming you're a yes, man.
I said
Oh,
I.
okay.
I didn't vote because I wasn't
You
there.
weren't there.
Yeah.
So approved?
Oh, yeah, I was there. I can touch it myself.
The next one we have is meeting minutes from Monday, May 5th. So basically had to do with the gazebo at Moore Park. Right. And who was listed as being in attendance was Karen, Penny, Brian, Dan, Greg, Mark Hamlin, Sandy Bartlett was here remotely, and I was the chair. Matt, you weren't there. So anyone want to make a motion to approve these meeting minutes?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the May 5th meeting minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, any discussion on the minutes?
They were good.
All right. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Next one to consider, I'm just gonna write approved, right? I'm gonna leave that there too.
This, I was just, yeah. These are just, it's the one you looked at before.
Right. Okay, the next one is 2 weeks later, Monday, May 19th. Members who were there were Karen, Penny, Brian, and Shane, and we can't approve
Okay.
because Shane's not here.
Because you don't have a quorum or
Don't
because
have
he's not
to be
here?
No.
We don't have a quorum on the members who are there.
To vote on.
Okay, so we have to have to make anything pass on our board, we have to have a quorum. And then we have to have a majority of the, not just the members present, but the members of the board.
Okay.
So we have a 7-member board with 2 alternates. So if we know we're not gonna have enough regular members present, we pull in Penny or more.
Okay,
And we have to have at least 4 people in favor,
I see.
right? So if there's 6 people showed up and you had 3-3, we're good, right? So that's how that works. Or 5 people show up and you got a 3-2, it's still good.
Oh,
I just still have to have a majority of the board, so. Can't do it. So we can't vote on the 19th.
Okay.
So,
Next time.
yeah. Okay, and then the last one I've got here is last week. And I wasn't here. So, you want to run that, Mr. Chairman?
Sure. We have the minutes from August 11th. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as is?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of August 11th.
Okay, motion by Karen, second.
Sure.
Second by Greg. Great. And any discussion on that? Hearing none. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
And passes.
Motion carried.
Motion carries.
Let's put all this back in. So the next item really to discuss is like the job captains. Right, so we have a meeting tonight. Meeting started last week. It's had so much fun, we chose to extend it.
Yeah.
The order of the job captains was Charlie, Karen, Matt, Dan, Mark Green, who I guess you're sitting in now for Mark Green,
Okay.
right? Shani and Brian. So do you remember who was job captain on the last?
What was the last? The gazebo, wasn't it?
Gazebo
I
was
think it
the
may have
last
been
one.
Shaney. Did anyone?
I wrote the decision.
was Pine Grove.
Yeah, when did Pine Grove go and when did the?
It was me, but you did it all.
You co-captain.
I think that's where we're at.
Okay, so that Dan.
So Greg, you're up.
Excellent. Greg gets.
So Greg gets, you want to do it to him for his first
I was
one?
gonna say, can I?
Cross.
For Goss?
Cross.
Cross.
I
Cross.
think the Armstrong.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
And
You after Greg?
Cheney, but she's not here, so it's you. You get Armstrong.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it.
So to ask, since this is your first decision, kind of thing to ask is, can you research our file and pull together a draft decision based on what you saw at the hearing and how the board votes? And then you collaborate with Greg, little fine tweaks. We were sending it out, it would come out from the job captain, basically, it's circulated to all members of the board for review and comment.
In a draft.
So I send it to Greg, Greg sends it to the rest of you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Greg's responsible for marshaling comments,
Okay.
making something that's kind of agreeable to everybody on the board who's participated in the decision. And then when it's good to go, you have to watch the date, right?
Yep.
So the date's gonna be 45 days from the close of the evidentiary portion of the hearing.
Which was
Not
not,
closed yet.
not close yet. It could be tonight.
Could be today, depends on how it goes.
Okay.
And then you'd send it to Brian for his signature.
Okay.
And then that would ask you to distribute it to everybody.
Yep.
Right, so that's typically how it goes. For the sketch plans, there's a little bit more of an accelerated timeframe.
I believe it's 15 days, right?
It's 15 days
From today.
and from today, and it doesn't.
We've got some great examples.
Yeah, we haven't really circulated the sketch plans
I think so.
to a lot of the board
No.
members. Usually just came from the zoning administrator.
Right.
I think the last couple you did all by yourself. We were.
Yeah, I think
You and I did the Fray.
Fry and then,
Fry,
and then I think it's been done, Forestburg and this one up here on Beartown. So there's some really good recent examples.
Yeah.
I think Mike could get a pretty good handle on it. Just-
You would, actually, I don't think we sent sketch, so we're not gonna send sketch plans to you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't hurt just to have a board member check it. Just to make
Sure.
everything's
Okay.
there.
I'll check it and see what someone's got.
And could I make a request? I think, Greg, just so you know, that we typically circulate it among the people who are here, not everybody on the board.
Oh.
Some people are missing, because who's there for that? So Charlie wouldn't get the cost,
Oh,
So when I send it to you, I guess you just make sure you don't send it to everybody, but the people who are part of it.
and who was there is listed.
I can, yeah, it says that.
Yeah.
I can just give
So
you
did
the
you
right.
have 6 people last week or was
Yeah.
it
Yeah, we
6?
had-
It was
yeah.
only 6.
And then the other thing I'd like to request, we used to do this a long time ago, is that when you do the final, so you get all the corrections, and then you have, it's gone through everyone, and you know, Word, the review process in Word by any chance?
We're
That's-
switching platforms to Microsoft, so I'll get used to it.
Yeah, I'd be happy to show you how to
Okay.
use that. Then you'll accept or reject and get together what is the final,
Okay.
and send it to Maya. But I would like to request that we all get the final, so we can see, because if I'm the first one to comment, and then other people comment, I can see their comments because we all include everybody, but I'd love to see what the end is, because you're the job captain. So you end up finishing it up, and you might make some decisions with Maya, and I'd like to, I request it be included in the final.
Before it goes
Well, when it goes, when you send it to Maya,
Oh,
like, this is
yeah.
the final, like,
Yeah,
copy.
well,
copy
yeah,
us
you'll
on
send it to Brian for signature and you should
Right.
just say, hey, Brian, it's ready to go and copy it.
Copy everybody
This-
else
yeah.
on it.
I think this is the final
Yep.
version, Brian,
In
for your
fact, that's what we
signature.
usually did.
Not always, there are many that I didn't get,
And then-
like Charlie would get them, and I wouldn't even know that they were signed, actually.
Did you
Is
sign
this
it?
still-
Charlie, I have to have it signed
Yeah, that, I
personally, or
made,
you
I
sign
made
it
that up,
digitally?
and Andrew and I were kind of thinking.
So I have DocuSign.
Okay.
So I do with
I think
DocuSign,
it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
but I was
Yeah.
making it a PDF
Maybe you should.
and then applying my PDF signature on it.
Yeah.
Is that
I was doing digital, but we can give you a digital signature.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or I would print it, sign it, scan it,
Oh.
incorporate it. But I'm getting lazy.
And DocuSign for digital signature and
Yeah,
PDF.
everyone's using it, so, okay, just want to make sure.
Everybody's using DocuSign, so it's-
yeah, even more.
and it's because you're an alternate, then you don't get them all the time, that's why.
Oh, that's it.
That's
I
why.
don't even know what happened.
Yeah, you went from like full-time to alternate.
Oh,
Yeah.
Back to overtime.
yeah.
This, this might help. This is the process we have going. If you want to make a copy and make it
What is it? the
better,
process is?
sort of the process for how we,
Okay.
that Penny
I
and
have that as
Andrew.
a Word document somewhere, and I can get that to you.
Okay.
Andrew's regular, right?
Andrew was going to put it in a more attractive sort of desktop publishing format.
It's pretty intuitive though, like we'll put
Write the
draft
make
2 or
comments,
draft
stuff,
3
yeah.
and put the date on it. You don't have to
Right.
put your initials, you just put the date.
Right,
And, you know, if you review it on today's 18th, so it'd be draft 1, 8/18/2025.
and then the name of the.
And then the name of the decision. And then somebody makes an edit, it'd be draft 3,
Same date,
8/19.
or even the same date, if 3 people review it. you
Just add the rev number.
No, it's not, no rev, it's draft number.
Oh, draft,
So
not rev.
So it comes from you to us, it says draft 1, the date, da-da-da-da, and if I make a change that day, and it's
Draft
draft 2, same date.
Same date.
If it's the next day, it's draft 3, and then the next day, next day's date.
You're wanting to see this?
Yeah, sure.
And then is there something about keeping it private or something we put at the top of it?
Oh, Andrew always said that, I think Brad's going to end up altering this at some point when we get our own email, that we should put private, private confidential, what is it, Charlie?
Privileged.
Privileged and, or PNC, he used to say, just put like PNC,
It says that.
Subject line.
PNC colon cross decision or something.
Or just say deliberation.
Well, it says-
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this basically doesn't allow your email to become discoverable.
Your email,
What's that?
all your email?
All your email.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, that's right. Why don't you put it on all of your
Yeah,
emails?
that's the reason.
any correspondence during the time of the application is
20,000.
discoverable, but your decision, when, after you close the evidentiary
Yeah.
portion,
You're in spam.
all that is privileged.
Yeah.
And
So
so
just by putting it
I
in
was
the email
cleaning out
PNC,
my
It's-
But I was doing it like anything
No,
that was,
it's, any deliberation
city
email
bank.
would not be discoverable, but it
Okay.
It
helps
makes
to
it
put it in
easier.
the subject
I
line.
deleted my
Just simply
Costco
say
reward.
deliberation, or you say privilege and confidential.
Because Brad has had
You know, they
to collect.
deleted it.
Yeah.
Just
I couldn't
tell-
find it. It
explain.
occurred to me I had
That's
to
how you-
So
have.
during the discovery process for
Is it able to honor it or no?
Well,
Steve's property.
last night at
you were
midnight,
involved
because
with
it popped into my head at
basically
around
all the
11.
It's just applicants.
I'm a
that-
night
and,
person, which I
all
try
emails,
not
so
to
You had to
anything-
go back through every.
I
all the emails.
found that if
But once I got to
if you
the
need a
simple thing is,
replacement,
once
they
you
will
know that
replace it.
the.
That's good.
Yeah, I didn't think I.
Yeah.
The
Right.
evidentiary
It was
portion
like-
hearing closed that date,
$100.
any email regarding that forward from the DRB is
You
off.
remember it.
That's another way.
So that's another word, we don't really have to, we never
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm trying to get
But you don't need to.
color.
Because we'll sort by date.
Okay.
Say, oh,
Reissue that.
anything
Yeah.
going forward from that date is not.
How hard would it be to set up an email for everybody? You give the board-
We can't have an email for everybody, but what we could do is have the chair have an email.
Why can't you set up whatever that, Greg at AJ?
We don't have that many accounts, and then we'd have to pay for each one of those seats.
Actually, the next.
We do with, no, we do with Microsoft. So we're on Microsoft 365,
Okay.
you know, so every email is a.
Get around after that one.
So the thought was, if all the committees have a chair email,
Final?
Yeah.
like
Is that where
the
that's?
DRB chair at Vermont, underhillbt.gov,
I did not
the
participate in that
chair initiates the email, and then it's all in there.
And so Greg, sometimes what I've done in the subject line before is said like cross decision, do such and such in the subject line. Or you're responsible when your job happens. Make sure that you tickle people even, you know, like 3 or 4 days before it's due, or that people remember that, or.
Do you want to talk about schedule quick, or?
Yeah.
So I knows, well, we've got a few things cooking before you got here, but it looks like Harvest Crossing is getting close, final application.
Yeah.
I would expect the Fries are getting very close to a final application on Downs Road. Also, I'm expecting the Beartown Road, so those three. And then, of course, Armstrong.
Yeah. She said she had a pretty aggressive schedule because
They
they
want,
gotta place their order by October
right.
to
And they
get
need
ready
a,
for next year.
yeah, so they won't do a modular home unless you have a building permit.
And they have to order it in October to have it here for next spring.
So.
Oh, wow.
Actual building permit or an approval?
building permit, yeah.
So like 45 days has to have happened, which.
It's the one at the top of the hill, was the applicant.
Right next to Sucus Rose Development. Were you there? You weren't there. No.
Yeah,
But Charlie, remind me, if we don't attend the sketch, can
Yes.
we can attend the preliminary or preliminary and
Yeah.
final?
So sketches, because there's such a long week, there's not really a hearing for a sketch. It's just sort of like a meeting of acceptance. But if you're in preliminary, you should attend the final, right? If you're not excluded from attending the final if you reviewed the documentation submitted on the preliminary. If, say, for example, whoever, Shani wasn't available last week, but is available to participate tonight, she can review the recording from last week and participate in tonight's hearing.
Okay.
Process. Right, so you're not excluded unless you review all of the information.
that rarely ever happens, but yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I think you're the only one, well, I'll speak for myself. You have more patience than I do. I don't think I could sit through a 3-hour recording to review.
It is
Yeah.
off.
Oh,
So that's the rules on participation.
and we're doing site visits before sketch and before preliminary these days, so you have another option.
Right, and I told Eli at the site visit that we were gonna have to do another site visit again But, you know, it helps us it helps us to understand and make an informed sketch plan decision if we visit the site before a sketch plan.
But Fry, we never did because there were 3 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah, so
So
it was like, yeah,
it's like, you're not gonna be able to see anything.
we're going skiing anyway.
Right. So, and then we, you know, as we get, you know, we're losing daylight here, so we
Right.
might want to think about Saturday morning site visits or.
So Brad, you're helping to mentor Maya and,
But once these old
That you-
applications that I kind of was involved with, I'll just.
fade away, yeah.
He's down there in the hallway.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a new name tag for his door.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Town's gonna spend money
Slowly
on
heading
that.
towards the door.
Whoa.
It says assessor.
Says assessor.
Yeah.
Okay,
They'll have to give you a title so we don't have to put on the door, right?
right.
Speaking of moving around, where have you moved the cat food to?
The cat food?
Because when, last Monday, cat was very interested in me, and I always bribe it with food.
Treats, though the treats are always over there.
There was-
In the closet, in
Oh,
the stationary closet. You're right.
Usually Karen is the cat's treat.
Yeah.
Cat sees Karen, he runs.
He's
Sure.
taking a liking to Maya too, so.
Be careful, I'm sure you've been warned.
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah, don't pet the cat.
the cat pets me at this point.
Yeah.
So the only thing we have coming up for schedule is Harvest Crossing. And
All right.
You don't have a date though.
we don't have it.
I would expect an application anytime. Maya's gonna go out
I'm
and view
going
the
out
site.
there on Thursday afternoon, and I believe they have all of their materials ready, they're just telling me what's happening before.
So it probably wouldn't be in 2 weeks because of the notice requirement?
Right,
Okay.
notice would be 15 days before.
Just to review our people for that, you're out.
Yeah, I'm
right?
out, yeah.
You're
I'm
out. Is
confused.
somebody else out for that? I can't
For
remember.
conflict?
Yeah, yeah, with one of the neighbors.
Okay.
So I think
Harvest
with
Crossing.
the Harvest Crossing, I think that it's gonna be such a lot of materials, you know, heavy amount of materials that won't be pushing for a quick, you know, Maya should have 30 days to review that. Or not 30 days, but
Because
At
Maya
least-
probably needs to get up to speed on the preliminary, right?
Right.
But at
So-
the earliest, it'd be like a month from now, you think?
yeah, I wouldn't expect, say, you
Well,
know,
the first meeting in September is Labor Day.
right.
So there is no meeting that night.
So that's a good question. Do you wanna push it to the 8th and then have a meeting on the 8th and the,
Brad.
No,
no,
No, we
so
got-
6th, so. So the 15th, there's actually 5 Mondays in September.
So we could do the 8th and the
No, you
2nd.
can't do
We
the
could do
eighth.
the 15th.
so the 8th conflicts with the conservation.
Yeah.
Commission.
Yeah.
The first, Karen.
And
So there'll only be one meeting
UCC
slot.
is the second.
In September. So we could do September 30th or 28th, right?
29th,
29th, if we had to.
but then Karen can't participate.
Well,
Why
that's the
not?
5th
Oh,
Monday.
you can, because it's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
Yeah,
So we
and then
could
the
do,
horse show's over,
so
yeah,
let's make
you
note of
definitely
that, Maya. So basically we have September
Yeah.
15th plus the 29th. And then in October, we have the 6th and the 20th.
So we
I
could-
would say today's only 18th of August.
Well, I'll
If
have
you-
my 30 days to review the application, and they haven't even applied yet, so.
No, I'm just trying to get I wouldn't be surprised if you might see the Harvest Crossing on the 29th.
Okay.
Because you basically got a week and a half, or you have 2 full weeks of this month. I mean, they came in ready to write the check last Friday.
Right.
So we just didn't have any material, so we are close.
Yeah, so then the 15th of September would be the earliest, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
7.
You don't think so?
Because mine needs more time to
No
review.
more time and
It's not
the
about her
warning.
though, it's about the applicant.
And the warning.
So the warning has to be 21 days,
15.
15 days.
So it would have to be warned.
For the 15th, it'd have to be warned
On the 29th,
first.
right? Or the
29th.
30th.
Right,
29th.
last day of the month, Friday.
It'd have to be warned on the, no, it'd have to be warned on the.
So really, that's the 28th.
No, it'd have to be warned on the 25th.
To get in the paper.
Oh, to get in the.
To get it in
27.
7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, right,
So it'd have to be,
So
and
it
I
comes
don't
in-
think,
1 week.
So if it comes in after the 25th, then we're
we're definitely
looking
on the
at
29th.
either the 6th of October or the 29th of September. 29th of September is not a regularly scheduled meeting.
Right.
Correct.
Being the
Yeah,
odd.
just
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, that's just an odd
Yeah.
one.
It's just an odd one. So we could
You can
we
go
could
on.
meet on the 29th and then we can meet again on the 6th or not meet again on the 6th in case. I mean, these guys have been busy with stuff, but this board hasn't been busy this summer.
So there's another application that I, would be, Trevor Squirrel, Linda Almy. That'd be a sketch plan, yeah.
For what?
So that'd be site
For
visit.
their property? Oh, you're gonna do
So if we start moving into October, then you're losing daylight for
Yeah.
Saturdays.
pre-meeting site
Right.
visit.
So when's a good time on a Saturday for a site visit for everybody?
When we did weekend site visits in the past, we always did them at 8 a.m.
Okay,
And
Oh.
for some reason, we always did it on Sunday. I don't know why. Either day, Saturday or Sundays.
Where's Trevor?
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's what I
does anybody have a preference to those?
I would prefer Sunday just because there's still some stuff I'd like to do on Saturday mornings.
Am I required to go to this?
No,
Yeah.
not on Saturday. You don't want to.
Only if you want.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, let's put it this way, you don't get paid for going to them. You don't get paid extra for going to
So Sundays,
I like Sundays.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've historically always done them on Sundays, but there's nothing magical.
Sacred?
What's that?
yeah.
We have no church goers here.
Might
Sunday
be
morning,
the
8
other-
a.m.
And then
The
right
other
at the
sign-in
smudge.
sheet,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
okay.
Oh, it is, okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay, so
So what we're putting out here, just so you guys know, is
29th.
a special meeting on the 29th of September if the Harvest Crossing materials come in.
Yeah.
Or just wait to go on schedule for the 6th of October.
I'm okay with I'm free on the 29th.
Maybe since it's a kind of a, it doesn't matter, I guess, basically.
It depends when their application comes in.
So if the application comes in after the 25th of August,
Well, even if it came in at the end of the week, this week, there's still not enough time to get a proper warning together
For the 29th.
and get all those abutter letters out.
yeah.
No way.
Right.
No way.
So,
I'd say you're looking at 20 now, no matter what.
so the 29th no matter what, or if you just want to wait one more
Week.
week for the 6th,
Regular day.
regular scheduled meeting on the 6th.
Doesn't matter to me.
You know,
Doesn't
warning's
matter.
important. There's probably about 30 abutter letters.
Yeah.
There's connection with V-Trans, there's, you
That
know,
was a big one.
and it's not worth making a mistake.
Yeah, because
And those
So
are the
this-
dates.
remind the board that the preliminary approval got appealed,
Oh, I thought, we got to, but then dropped,
then withdrawn.
Okay, awaiting the final.
So you want to make sure all the i's are dotted and t's are crossed
Yeah,
for the final application. There's not a technicality in it.
So a decision was made by this board.
Preliminary plat approval is the official name of it.
Okay,
And we gave our approval and then the butter appealed it,
okay.
which he's entitled to.
Group of abutters.
Group of butters.
Okay. To E-court?
Yes,
Okay. And then they dropped it.
and they
And
dropped it.
now, here we are.
Here we are.
Okay.
We recognize that there might be appeals, so we asked in our decision, or required in our decision, that they supply all the permits, the wastewater permit, the stormwater permit, the highway access permit,
Right.
any wetland permit that was necessary, anything like that.
To avoid, to try to, I don't want to take.
It gives us more technical ground to stand on, like, we'll use the permit as our rebuttable presumption that, hey, the state permit.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
this way we don't have to hire someone to do the stormwater analysis again.
Probably was that we requested the permit or the permit application materials? No.
So Brad said that the town attorney said we couldn't require a permit,
A wastewater permit.
a wastewater permit. And I was like, too bad he wasn't here. But,
I really.
so we conceded to, look, if you applied for it, then.
Okay.
Well, the
I
good
think
thing
that was our
is,
agreement.
right, I basically told George that, and then, the good thing with an application, if there's any overshadowing, all the abutters got notice.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
if there's any overshadowing of the well shield, the septic.
Yeah. So I'm going to hand over the reins to Mr. Birch. I'll see you guys on the 29th or the 6th,
Okay.
wherever she decides.
Right, the 20, is that? the
Or the
next-
20th.
Or the 15th.
Or the 15th.
We have a schedule.
The sketch plan.
We have
I
a
will
schedule.
let you know.
So basically, I'll see you on the scene.
Could be busy fall.
Thanks, Charlie.
So the next time you see us is going to be September.
Yes. Unless you want me to come by your house and say.
Sure. You can do that, yeah. Well, I come by your house a lot.
Wait, next time.
All right, well, I got this little dog that's following me.
Have fun.
Hey, Charlie. Yes.
Make copies.
You want me to make copies?
Yeah,
How many you want?
I'll take one, because I'm sure.
Actually, yeah, I'll take a copy of that.
I can put it, now that I have
I've never
this,
seen that.
Brad could do this.
That is so legacy.
Were you here?
No, yeah. Yeah, no, he wasn't, he had just left. And who do we have? Oh, it's Hale. Hale, is he really calling in?
Really?
Yeah, and then
Oh,
there's somebody else too.
Yeah.
oh, you got so many.
Oh,
old
Nick.
Oh,
He's in South Burlington now.
Oh,
Yeah. Sure.
Any of you want?
Yes, you're all.
There, don't use it.
Yes.
Dan?
Brian was looking for one.
Yes.
I put my map on it. I was looking at it.
Oh, you were just there tonight?
Yeah, I was there
30 was gonna.
half an hour ago. I wondered if I could.
But we passed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna drag it out. So I had a question. So if we, like, if this happened again, we said 7 o'clock, but the first application went past 7 o'clock, are we still safe?
Not really,
No.
because, well, you are, because it says subject to change.
We
Okay.
can't move it earlier, so we can't start now because it's 7:28.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have to wait till 7:30.
Yep.
You can start later.
Right, you can, I
Okay.
can always start later.
Okay, so let's get
Okay, so yeah, we have another easy one.
together where.
Yeah, but we have a lot of unfinished business. so-
Yeah.
Which was technically scheduled for after,
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
subject to change.
I did that.
And then Rob
Yeah.
suggested is like this. Reiterate.
So hopefully we'll be out of here by.
People that have sworn in, if there's anybody new that wants to testify.
I'm not
To the attorney clerk.
Yeah.
Is that already?
Pick up for that.
Yeah.
It's like we were here after
Yeah.
February, like we never left.
It feels that way.
It is not from that. The design, so he should know it.
Do you have anything you wanted to,
Oh, I have all
That's
those
out.
things.
all right, it's 7:30.
Okay, so it's 7:30. Next on our agenda is the continuation of the public hearing for Catherine and Matthew Cross. This was the access conditional use and variance review application. So we continued the hearing from last week. You were both sworn in last week, correct? Okay, so you're still under oath. Don't need to swear you in a second. Have Lindsay and Riley. You had a chance to swear in last week. Actually, Lindsay first.
Lindsay,
did you get a chance to swear in at the last meeting, or would you like me to swear you in tonight? If you plan to give testimony.
I believe she was here last time and gave testimony, so.
Okay.
Riley is new. He's with the consultant.
Okay. Riley, do you plan to give testimony?
No, I have not. I was not here for the last one.
Okay, let me swear you in real quick just in case we have questions for you. Okay, so you hereby swear that the evidence you give in this cause under consideration shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, so this hearing was continued last week because some of the board members wanted the opportunity to take a second site visit. And I guess the applicant or they could have also submitted additional information. Did we get any new information?
We did, yes. We received new site plans shown here. They are Exhibit G2. They're updates to the site plans that we received before. There are two maps, both proposed site plans. The update was to include a class 3 wetland just to the right of the driveway, about halfway up at station 1+50. I'm not sure if the correct way to say that.
That's true.
But that was the addition. It includes the wetland and then also the 25-foot buffer as well as the 12.5-foot buffer that the DRB is allowed to approve. And these maps that I've just passed around are kind of blow-ups of that addition.
Better.
It's just a little easier for everybody to have their own rather than passing everything.
So you had G2, which was a plan set revised SP.1, SP.2.
Yes, and the only change made on both of those is the same change that I had previously stated.
What's the date on that, Brian? Or revision?
6/3?
Yeah, but it's.
Revision date. Here you go, 8/15/2025.
But I think it's easier to see on that.
On this number
With, it's the same thing, it's just a blow up. Same scale.
Is it the same scale?
Oh, okay.
I think it is.
But it's okay.
It is the same scale, yeah. It's 40 scale.
Your old 11/17 would have the legend on it too. The first time.
Yeah, so this was the class 2 wetland was the wetland we were talking about last week. Okay.
Class
3.
Class 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Arrow, the state had said, they didn't consider it significant.
The wording is written in whatever Steve.
Yes, so another
Provided.
exhibit submitted was from Steve. From Steve Diglio, and that's an updated narrative statement explaining the changes on the map, as well as the wetland.
Is that something we can have, or is that, did you get that? It's on the website? Oh, all right.
Can you make copies for them?
I can make copies of it.
Do you have a copy of it?
I don't.
Yeah. No hard copy in here?
There's a hard copy in there, yeah.
That's all. That's good. We should have. I'll make copies.
Okay. Additionally, we have some photos of the Waughbrook at the 100-year flood mark or flood level. which were taken in December 2023, and show the level of the water at that time in relation to the bridge at the base of the triangle.
We could just pass those around for viewing.
Were the photos taken by the applicant?
The photos,
Photos were taken by me.
yes.
I just happened to be, it was a large event.
Oh.
That I consider to be a 100-year event based on the water level across the road.
And what's that date again, Brian?
Oh, that's in December?
23.
12, 18,
Oh, okay.
23. And there was just some concern about the height of the bridge, and I just happened to be up that way that day. Well,
Yeah.
So which one am I looking for here, Maya?
So it's that one right there.
This one,
Exhibit
N?
Yes.
Okay, so make copies for everybody.
Sorry, it's.
That's okay. Just like-
That's very across.
That's just establishing the.
Oh, that's a
100-year
reference.
flood.
Yeah. In Stevensville.
If you look at the flood zone map and you look at that parking lot, it's almost exactly at the 100.
Let's go back.
I go to 100-year basically.
Yeah, so when we looked at the flood map online, the line that the water is up to is almost exactly where that line
Margaret Valley.
Oh, now I remember.
Or the sawmill.
Oh, right.
Which I was thinking-
Thank you. So that's the, we stood right there, right? Well, look, how about
Yeah.
that? Force of nature. So it's not over the bridge.
No.
Was there any damage that day, Brad?
Not too bad. There was some erosion on the clay brook coming off of Stevensville. As you can see how high it is. I haven't seen it that high. I don't know if I've ever
In
seen
100
it.
years.
I don't think I've ever seen a clay brook quite so high. Stevensville up there, that's by the state park. That was like biblical. It was quite intense. Scary even just standing there.
So, the, Waughbrook at that bridge has 3 of those blocks, right? For the abutment. And it looks like one of them is covered. You can see the other 2.
There are 2 foot blocks.
Maybe you just want to take a minute to review.
Did you look at these? Is it- Dan, have you seen these?
Yes, I have seen that.
Yeah.
Do you know which one she was talking about, where one abutment were
You
covered?
just tell me. Yeah.
It was,
I guess it was.
that's right.
Okay, so the first of the, oh, I see what you're saying. We should.
I haven't seen it, but
I apologize for not making copies.
thank you.
It's okay.
We can always ask.
Dan. You want one, Maya, just to look at?
But sure.
They're all up here.
This is the original
Yeah.
copy, right?
Everybody's seen that?
Oh, sorry.
That's the upstream side of the bridge.
This is Stevensville.
Yeah, it's just to give you some scale of what's happening on the mountain. There's others in there too. That's the Pleasant Valley Bridge we were replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Maya, was there,
Yeah.
it looks like maybe
That's
they did a
gazebo.
revised site plan
Yes, that's the document that you have right in front of you.
So it's not a black and white, it's not
That's,
this,
I
it's-
have this as well. That's just the version he chose to include. The one you have in front of you reflects the same changes. It just is more
This was that
clear.
has the, oh.
I can give you this one as well if you'd like the larger version of it. I have like 7 over here. It's just not as clear to see what's going on. If you would like them, they are here.
Okay, but
I just didn't make as good of copies.
Okay.
Does anyone want it?
Can I just see
I'm
this
sure,
for
yeah.
a second? It has different notes on it, so.
There's 2 different versions.
Just that.
There's two,
Here's the,
Yeah,
there's 2 sheets.
2 sheets, right, but we didn't, right, so this is for
This is
the
the
other.
blow up.
Right.
Color.
And then this has different notes than the colored one, and it explains better what he's talking about. Steve is talking about, like he's saying, 66 linear put a proposed rockery or block retaining wall, and then he points to it, but I didn't understand it here. I see it here now, but he just points.
it was
out.
on the original plan too.
Yeah, okay.
I can make 11 by 17s of that if you want.
How about, could we have that? Maybe everybody can have that, because it's referring to it here in this.
Yep.
Or can I
Also just
pass
pick
that
out
to you
the
to pass to
page.
it? Oh, no, everyone's got one. Oh, everyone's got one.
Yeah, everyone's new.
Do you
Oh, I
want the
just didn't
whole
have one.
thing or?
No, I just didn't have
There's
one of
some
these.
more right here. if
Oh,
anybody
great,
else wants.
great.
And it's also reflected on the plan under this big one.
Yes, lovely. Yeah.
I'm more of a
Oh,
color.
now I can understand.
So it's one.
It shows the class 3.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And is the buffer on this one?
It shows the buffer's pretty lightly shown.
Oh, I think I see it, yeah.
It shows both the 12.5 and then also the 25.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of.
Oh, that yellow
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
This is the buffer.
Yeah, here and here, these two?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then that's the.
So it's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good that you saw it.
See it.
Yes.
You can slip it.
And I think this is the old town road. Is that what it is?
This one right here.
Oh,
Yeah, this one here. I think it's just a contour line. No, that's, yeah.
Oh,
It's just. Could be a stream corridor, maybe. We could look at the big one and find out.
yeah. Oh, that's, all right. Setback. Brook setback.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
So we have your revised exhibits. Is there anything you want to add, or say, you or Riley, or?
Well, that's Riley for technical details.
Okay. Riley, is there anything you'd like to add? We're looking at the updated exhibits, or the new exhibits.
I don't have anything to add outside of the letter that was written. If you guys do have any questions, though, feel free to ask.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, there's one thing. It's not called out, and I apologize for it, but the wetland is a class 3.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, so that was in the letter. So yeah, if everybody's got a chance to like look these new exhibits over, were there any questions we wanted to ask?
I appreciate this letter. It helps me to understand and put in perspective us on the comments. Of the public.
I have a question.
Yep.
Ask. So one of the neighbors referred to several times a legacy trail going through the property, and I'm assuming that's the Madonna Vasa historically.
No.
Vasa doesn't go through this.
Okay, it does not. So the legacy trail meaning just
log road
one
that
that
is-
people use historically over time, or?
The log road, which is the driveway up past the Davises that goes to the one we walked down at the end of.
Yeah, so that's still can be used as a public.
Well, it's not a public right of way.
No.
But I think I don't know.
Are any of the trails over here in Underhill Center public, or are they all just permissioned by the?
Over in Pleasant Valley, yes.
Yeah.
It would, the Madonna Vasa does have some sections on it that are in people's deeds, but there's no
Jackson
public.
Road has it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only one.
That's the only part of the Vasa and the Sorkin property up off Dean Road, Irish, or up Dean Roadway, Andrews Basin.
So it's beyond this, not too much.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bass is quite a bit higher above this property.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to the board. I'll see if Lindsay has any questions. Lindsay, do you have any questions you want to ask tonight? So just raise your hand.
Speak this way.
Okay.
That's the mic. Speak, if you speak
Oh,
this way.
She has raised her hand.
Okay, Lindsay, I saw you raised your hand.
Yeah, she's
It's
left.
I don't think she meant to.
All right, we'll give her a few minutes.
Well, maybe can we review
Yeah.
what we'd be making a decision on?
Yeah, we will let Maya, if there's anything you wanted to add.
Yeah, I was just gonna add, at the previous meeting, there were some concerns about increased density in the Waughbrook Lane area. These concerns were brought by Lindsay though.
Yeah.
It might make more sense to wait until
Okay.
she's back.
She comes back.
Put up everybody, so it says everyone in the middle,
Sorry.
in the middle.
Do we need to make separate votes on the variance versus the waivers versus whatever? Or can we put it all in one pot? Do you think?
That is up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the past this application has a few. I know we've approved others with more than one and just like one written decision, and we didn't.
My only advice is the variance is a different animal, so
Okay.
that would be advised to vote on that separately.
It was warned as 3 hearings, the access conditional use and variance review.
Right.
We'd need 3 motions.
That'd be clean.
To cover our.
Yeah.
Right.
The waiver for the setback, from Waughbrook, is
Is
for the driveway.
for the wetland.
Wetland and the surface water.
Wetland.
Oh, okay.
Right,
You could
Oh,
incorporate
right.
the brook and wetlands in the same surface water waiver.
So while we wait for Lindsay, is there any other neighbors said anything new?
To me, it doesn't seem like Lindsay is coming back. I think she would have already.
Okay.
I will say what I was going to say. I'd like to mention the historic use of the property of 20 Waughbrook Lane. At the previous meeting, there were some concerns about increased density in the Waughbrook Lane area. Stanley Knapp, the former owner of the subject parcel, historically and regularly used this parcel. Because of this historic use, in my opinion, the proposed development would not lead to any significant increase in density. given its historic use.
We organized our thoughts here.
All right.
Good evening. I'm Matthew Cross. My wife Catherine and I bought our property just over 2 years ago with the intention of building our home and raising a family in Underhill. We have been working diligently to develop the property ever since. And although it's irrelevant to this access permit hearing, yes, we have lived on our property in an RV some of that time.
The 5.5 acre non-conforming building lot that we purchased with a year-round residence being an allowed use of the lot came deeded with an approved water and wastewater permit for a 4-bedroom home already in place, including design plans for those systems. When not busy operating our small business full-time in another town, we have spent countless hours on nights and weekends navigating both the interpretation of the town's development regulations and the acquisition of all the additional plans, evaluations, designs, and surveys that you have been presented with. We also spent the entire fall of 2023 building a shed by hand on the property without power, and then another 8 months in 2024 installing underground power, dug by hand 200 feet up the hill from the nearest electric pole to the shed. We decided to spend all this time and effort installing power by hand, digging the straightest line that we could through the trees, because if we had the electric company install power, which was an option, they would have cleared that entire hillside. Generally, we want to alter the state of the property as little as we possibly can. We chose a beautiful wooded building lot because we want to live in the woods. We attempted to have the driveway designed as close as allowable to the historical town highway that you can still see running through the property. Again, we chose that as the driveway location to result in the lowest possible impact and the least possible clearing of the land. As for our house, you can expect a relatively small 3 or maybe 4-bedroom home, simple, practical, energy efficient, and thoughtfully designed to blend into the woods because that is just our preference.
While we completely understand a couple of our neighbors' distaste for the idea of growth in our small neighborhood by one house and one car, since we share a vehicle, we expect the same opportunity that they all had and still have to develop their own properties to the best and highest possible uses. Thank you to the board for all your time and conscientious review of the details of our application. We are committed to making our project one that adds to the character of Underhill and respects the land we all care about. We're happy to answer any questions you may have.
So should we make that part of the exhibit as well? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Lindsay is back.
Yeah. Why don't we go to Lindsay? Lindsay, I see you're back online. And you had raised your hand earlier. Did you have a question you wanted to ask tonight?
Yeah, I do have a question.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I had a chance to look at the area up there, and I know that there are some surface rivers that is a tributary that leads into the Waughbrook, and I see that's been classified as a wetland area, but I'm concerned with the distance with the mound as it relates to that surface tributary, because during our high rain events here, those surface rivers are usually over the banks, running across that field area. So I was wondering if the Vermont wetland review has been done, and whether there is a permit allowing conditional use with respect to the mound system that you have proposed, and how that will affect the setbacks, if they're far enough from the tributaries that are surface rivers, which I don't believe are properly displayed on the map, as far as I can tell. There is a Vermont Wetland Protection Act that is designed to protect our natural resources. And so I was wondering if you have that permit or if you've done a wetland investigation from the appropriate conservation board. It's called the Conditional Use Determination Permit from the Vermont Agency of Natural Resources, ANR, and the Department of Environmental Conservation, regarding the mound setback at least 50 feet, perhaps more, the setback distance and the isolation requirements, and how that mound will interact with the tributary leading into the Waughbrook. If you could answer that question, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Lindsay. So yeah, Lindsay asked about the wetland buffer, and the mound system. Should I ask Riley for?
Right.
Okay. Riley, you heard that whole question. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, we didn't handle the design of the mound, but there is a 50-foot setback visible on the plan. If you look at SP1, you can see the 50-foot buffer there.
Okay, and doesn't look like there are any impacts to the buffer. Is that true?
No, not from the mound, but we didn't handle the design of that. But it does look like
He made a comment when he was here the last time, something that goes around a buffer like that so that you don't have spillage out into that other area. And what we
Well, just to answer Lindsay more directly, we had 2 wetland reviews done. One was independent and one was the state. And they both identified 2 class 3 wetlands, and we've taken both of them into account in all of our designs.
Okay.
Was it true that Tina
Or,
Heath,
sorry.
the state wetland coordinator, visited the site?
for
For
staff.
someone who worked.
Her staff person visited.
And sorry, I said 2 class 3, but one was potentially class 2, and that's why there's a buffer.
Bigger buffer. So,
One year.
yeah, so there's no impacts to the class 2 wetland buffer. There were some impacts to class 3 buffer.
Which are outside of state jurisdiction.
Yep, outside of state jurisdiction, and our regs do allow those to be waived.
And so the wetlands department did visit the site, right? And
Yeah, they did visit site, and I remember Steve saying that the septic, in the process, just said the septic system has received a state permit and was sold with an approved mound system, looks like, mound system design, so. That would have been reviewed by the wastewater department of the state.
Still has her hand up.
Oh, Lindsay, yeah, Lindsay, your hand's still up. Did you have another question?
No, I have no other questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What is this little blue triangle here? Is that one of the wetlands that's being, is that the class two?
Yeah, you can see it on bigger drive.
From the wetland. Yeah.
And that's marked. If you go up there, it's marked.
Yes.
If you recall during the site visit, this was the one close to the half site.
Yeah, okay.
I see. I think the other concern was for the wetland that was sort of close to the road. And when we looked at it again on Friday, It seemed like the retaining wall was going to protect it, road retaining wall very well. And actually it would, right now there is some erosion, and when the road's built, it will mitigate that erosion.
And Karen, you mean this wall right there?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
And I remember Steve saying that they like chose to
Yeah.
design with the wall to like limit their impact.
That is,
It is.
it's right, yeah. It's this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any final questions from the board?
It's just kind of a question in general, I guess, but if you had a choice between concrete block or rock for your retaining, what would you choose?
We cut it back and forth, but I think it would look more natural to do rock. We can and it's if you've ever tried to dig a hole and we're up there in the ground, it's all rock. So we should have plenty of that on hand, but it's like, I don't know. I mean,
that was my guess.
We're trying not to look like suburbia, not this.
But, just for
Curiosity.
I assume that would be your answer based on other things you've said and hope to do.
We're not a design review board, though we'd like to be design review board sometimes.
I see one culvert, that's, there's just the one culvert being installed at the bottom of the driveway.
Right, because it's this upper ditch, the ditch on the other side. It's supposed to take it all steps.
Can't think of any questions.
And it's still up.
Yeah, she said she didn't have any more questions. Are you also any questions? Okay. Okay, so if there's no final questions, does the board feel they have enough information to make a decision?
And it's a decision about the access, the variance, and the waiver.
Correct. Yeah, there's 3 applications. Access conditional use specific to the access and the variance review.
I thought of a question.
Yeah.
So for access, we are ensuring that the driveway, the standard things about it's the right slope, that it's doesn't go above whatever our 10%, that it's the right width, and all the other various things. And have we checked the width? It says 12 with 16 overall, so 2-foot shoulders. So that's what we're supposed to have, right? Okay.
And we measured again, I think on Friday, we were measuring some of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That looked good, Karen?
Yeah. Well, Brad's the expert on.
Well,
Yes, it looked good.
We did remeasure the deck of the bridge, and the running
Yes.
surface is 8 feet.
Okay.
So the crosses, I think, are proposing 9'6".
Oh,
So
I see.
it's part of the rebuild or rework.
But that has to hold construction vehicles going across it. too,
Right, that's why that's
Yeah,
involved,
okay.
an engineer.
I think Lindsay has a question.
Just wanted to ask whether the improved access also would extend to all of Waughbrook Lane. If, for example, the fire department decided that they couldn't come in and service your address, if you would be requiring Waughbrook and all of the residents to expand the road for you.
We're not planning on changing anything unless we're forced to change it.
Right.
That's the.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's not part of our review tonight, Lindsay. Just driveway on across this property.
Okay.
So could I just confirm with Riley, the bridge, this was probably said, but I'm now getting my head around it, but the bridge design, it's designed to ensure that concrete trucks can get over it and whatever's needed for construction, that was taken into account when they redesigned the bridge, right, the civil engineer?
It is rated for 30,000 pounds by
30 which is
per axle.
That doesn't mean much to me. Does that mean
just
that
what
covers
was
the
Standard for the regs.
Okay,
Okay, probably for the fire truck, I would imagine.
That,
Yeah,
that was a different structural engineer that did.
oh, okay, all right.
30K per axle.
35.
35,000
per axle. It's not the total weight of the truck.
Just to let you know, our town bridges are 24,000 pounds per axle.
Okay, well, there we have
Put it in a
it.
little perspective.
Thank you.
Right.
So
Okay.
I get across their bridge without a town bridge.
We might have to borrow their bridge sometime.
Right.
Okay, that's all I can think of.
So that would be for the access. So should we go through and make a motion for each one individually and then?
Do you want to close the evidentiary portion of the hearing?
Yeah. So, okay. So if there's nothing to add, additional to add, we've covered everything. Can I get a motion to close the evidentiary portion of the hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the evidentiary portion of the hearing.
Okay, motion by Karen,
Second.
second by Greg. Any discussion on the motion? No discussion. So all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, motion passes. So the evidentiary portion is closed. Now does the board feel they have enough information to make a decision on the 3 separate applications?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we can probably just go through them individually. I'm gonna get a motion to make a decision on the access application.
So that requires the waivers, right? The access application, because we've got to waive the setback.
That's
the
conditional.
conditional
Yep, that's the
use.
next one.
And then the variance is for the 20 feet.
All right, okay.
It's all contingent. The access is all contingent on
On
the other
getting
two.
to the other two,
So
right,
should you vote on the variance first,
right.
then the conditional,
Maybe we should
and
do
then the
that.
access?
Okay, what is,
Just,
That would make logical sense.
yeah, okay. So, so if we do them in reverse order, is there a motion, to make a decision on the variance application?
Variance for,
Variance for the right of way width. And it had, my understanding is the property had a right of way that wasn't a defined width. So that needs a variance. Talk to our board.
I think we'd probably do that just to get the right wording, though, right?
Yeah.
You want to do type
I'm
in?
for that one.
yeah,
So,
do that one.
let me clarify about that. There was no clear width of the right of way along Waughbrook Lane. The town standards require a 20-foot right of way. So the variance application is to develop along Waughbrook Lane without evidence of a 20-foot right of way.
And we don't have to reference a section, like section, or we give a variance to section 5.3. Which requires a permanent easement or right of way of at least 20 feet in width. So do we need to include that, do you think, in the, or would it be prudent for us to include it, or?
Certainly wouldn't be a bad idea.
So it's making a motion to approve a variance for 20-foot driveway.
The variance to provide relief from the,
20-foot right of way width requirement.
How about what Steve wrote here was, due to a lack of specified right-of-way width, the applicants are seeking a variance from section 3.7E of the Town of Underhill Unified Land Use and Development Regulations for the following. So can we say that we're approving the variance from section 3.7.E, which is lot yard frontage and setback requirements? That's what the variance, that's what he's citing. which is underneath the frontage requirements of section 3.7, is the requirement that, this is in his letter, by the way, which is
that exhibit N or?
B, I think it's B2. I think, I've got it right. Okay, with our second packet. Is it N here? You've got N on yours?
No, that was.
That was the updated. one.
Oh, okay. The top of it, you know, it's the K,
First letter.
it's the KAS.
July 2nd.
Yeah. It says July 22nd, project narrative for variance application for 20 Waughbrook Lane.
It's in,
Looking for the thing that you wrote,
for the thing that I wrote.
remember you wrote a staff narrative here that
yeah.
explained it all?
Yes.
Yes,
I don't see
it's
that here.
exhibit
I
L.
got it.
It's exhibit L.
Variances.
So part of the variance requirements, there are 5 things required for a variance. It would make sense to me if you went through those 5 things. The letter from Steve also goes through those 5 requirements and explains his point of view regarding those 5 statements.
Right, and it's those 5 statements, it's a variance from the right-of-way of at least 20 feet in width, which comes from the regulation under section 5.3.
Right, and
that
that
is
section,
referenced by section 3.7.
yes, and that section outlines those 5 requirements.
Okay,
So the right word would be grant a variance, I think.
grant a
For all
variance. Okay,
The
Grant
shall grant
relief.
a variance.
Be granting relief from the
granting a
regulation.
variance.
Granting relief from the variance. You're not granting a variance.
So
No,
it's
No,
grant
we're
a
I don't
granting
think
a
we're,
variance.
we're granting a variance. I think we're,
And
yeah, and
Grant
providing
and
relief.
providing.
Providing relief.
Oh, granting a variance which provides relief from the
section.
requirement of section, I've already forgotten it.
That almost sounds like a motion.
Variance or
Just a
variance?
couple more words.
Just writing them down.
Which provides
Okay.
relief. Provides relief,
Can also authorize a variance.
authorizes a variance, which provides relief from section 3.7E, which by the way is, just call it out.
3.7E requires a permanent easement or right-of-way of at least 20 feet in width.
Yep, 3.7E, which requires a permanent right-of-way or easement, is that what you said? A permanent easement or right-of-way,
At least 20 feet in width.
at least 20 feet. Okay, that's it, right? So how about I make a motion
Please.
that the,
That's your name, right?
if I could, that the DRB grants the cross property, or grants the crosses a variance, which provides relief from section 3.7.E, which requires a permanent easement or right-of-way at 20 feet in width. Does that sound right? Brad, you've got a little bit of a.
No, sounds good.
Yeah, that works.
I'll second it.
Okay. Motion by Penny, seconded by Matt. Is there any discussion on that motion?
Did you want to go through the 5 criteria again
We can
that
go through the
Steve
5
did?
criteria.
Just-
Sure.
5 criteria would be a different thing.
Yeah, that's.
So that's the
That's in Steve's first note, which is exhibit, which is, yes,
L,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't have an exhibit on it.
it's part of the application, like E or E or something like that. There's a lot of notes on this. So the first one is there are unique physical circumstances or conditions, including irregularity, narrowness, or shallowness of lot size or shape, or exceptional topographical or other physical conditions peculiar to the particular property, and that unnecessary hardship is due to these conditions and not the circumstances or conditions generally created by the provisions of these regulations in the neighborhood or district in which the property is located. And so Steve then said the right-of-way irregularity affecting this parcel can be traced back to the enclosed warranty deed, volume 37, page 492 from 1960, which provided legal right-of-way access to the parcel, but did not specify a right-of-way width. Portions of the existing shared access driveway to the parcel are also constrained by ledge outcrops and steep slopes of the edge of the driveway. I can keep going through all of these, but these are also all part of the record.
Yeah. Steve, and he went through those, all 5,
At
last
the
week.
previous hearing.
Mm-hmm.
If we would like to go into more detail about it, that is up to the members of the board. I can keep reading from this document if you would like.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, we have to spell it out in the decision.
Yeah,
In
I
the
was
written
gonna say,
decision,
yeah.
we have to.
We should say these
Justified,
things,
but-
repeat these things.
Right,
in the decision,
yes.
right?
Yeah. So, okay, well, we do
So
have
we
a
agree
motion.
it meets all 5.
Yeah, we're gonna vote on it, but we do have a motion by Penny and a second by Matt. And if there's any additional discussion, if there's no additional discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, motion passes. That was on the variance request. So the next application that we should probably act on is the conditional use review of the driveway. And the reason for that was because it encroached into the stream bank buffer. By,
Buffer and
okay, yeah, and it also had, exactly, an encroaching buffer, and there was some impacts to very steep slopes.
so.
So we're,
And to this, to the wetlands, if I remember.
I don't think we should mention the wetlands since they're not germane, right?
The
Well, they
town-
are in our town regs.
Class
They are
3
by
is-
the
They are,
We
sorry. So
we do have to give a waiver for the
Yeah.
setbacks.
Even though the state is leaving it.
yeah,
Okay.
it is in our
Okay.
regulation.
Okay.
So, and I think we have to actually give a dimension of that waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
50%.
Okay.
So if we just say 12 and a half,
12 and a half.
Yeah.
maybe that's not what's needed.
yeah, just, I wouldn't want to do the maximum allowed because it's just a matter of inches there, you know? I would think. Okay.
And the issue with the very steep slopes, I remember we're allowed to approve up to 100 feet of impact, linear feet of impact, and wasn't there less than 50 feet in this case? Okay.
So it's 50 feet of very steep.
Very steep.
Yeah, less than 50, which was mentioned in my previous.
And that section is very steep.
Yeah.
Let's get it to do that.
The house site that we saw was up on that flat area, that flat plateau. So it looks like they kind of crossed at the narrowest section of the steep slopes, which is also more or less where that existing road is that right?
Tried to hug it in.
Okay.
So for that one, that would be,
Do we have to issue a waiver for that 50, or, for that 50 foot, or it just meets the regs?
It's a conditional use, so we're reviewing under conditional use. I guess technically we're waiving that, or our regs allow us to reduce it to 50%, so we're approving it as is under conditional use review. So I don't think it needs a waiver. Is that, Did you agree with that?
Which one are you talking about?
The impacts to the stream bank buffer in the
Stream
wet.
bank.
Yeah,
So the stream bank has a defined buffer and the applicants are requesting, I believe, 14.5 feet. Their proposed development is 14.5 feet from the bank, so they're requesting 25 minus 14.5.
they're allowed to, we're allowed to approve up to 50% reduction, so.
All three would need a waiver. The 100-foot of impact on, I would call it, I don't know if it's always all very steep slopes, but steep slopes and very steep slopes.
You would consider that needing a waiver? I was just going to read the
Read the section.
regulation. It says it's under very steep slopes, that a driveway or road required to serve proposed development which extends no more than 100 feet into an area of very steep slope, it is clearly documented that no other means of access can be provided. Sorry, that was in a full sentence. Let me start with site disturbance and development, not limited to grading, building construction, and the installation of driveways, roads, utilities, or other infrastructure is prohibited on very steep slopes except for activities that are exempt under subsection B and the following, which must otherwise meet all relevant steep slope standards. So it's, you aren't allowed to do the site disturbance except for activities that follow. And one of those activities is a driveway or road required to serve proposed development, which extends no more than 100 feet into an area of very steep slope. It's clearly documented that no other means of access can be provided. So in my mind, it doesn't need a waiver. It's saying that this is allowed as one of the exceptions.
I think if you back up.
Okay.
Based on conditional use review.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it, right?
Right, that's right.
Yep, so is one does conditional use.
Okay. Okay.
So we're allowing a 50 waiver for 50 foot into the very steep and a 100 foot into the steep.
No, you're allowing, as you are allowed to do, to allow for less than 100 feet of disturbance in a very steep slope.
So we're calling that out, that we're allowing per
Section 3.18.
And I think this is 3.18.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, 1.18.
1.18 what though?
1.8 E.
E. 3.
I think
1.8 E. Yep. ED. Okay. So we're allowing impact to very steep slopes. No greater than 100 foot impact into an area of very steep slope. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
No greater than 100 feet. Would you suggest, I would think we would want to say the setback from the top of bank, the stream setback that is supposed to be 25 feet. And they are asking for public math now. 10.5 or something like that. They're going to get within 14.5 from 25 is what?
Is it about 11?
It'd be 10.5.
10.5. So should we just say we're allowing a 50%, within 50% to give them some wiggle room or whatever?
I would go for
just because it's hooked.
You are allowed up to 12 and a half.
Yeah, just 50%. I think that works, Patty.
So we are granting a waiver to the Waughbrook stream setback of 50%, which is 12.5 feet. Is that a way to say it? Does that sound all right? Anybody's got better wording, please. And then Karen, what are we doing about it's that, a waiver to that lower class 3 wetland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're granting a waiver. How do we say that? A waiver of 50% of the class 3 wetland setback at some station.
It's near station 1 plus 50.
That's right.
As depicted on the plan.
Right.
Near station, what did you say?
1 plus 50.
1 plus 50.
As depicted on the plans.
As depicted on SP1.
And I always put a date.
It's the architect.
That would be August 15th.
Thank you. Okay. How do we say this? Okay. I propose, let me try this once, please. I propose the DRB grant a waiver to the Waughbrook stream setback of 50%, which is 12.5 feet, relative to what? A section of the, what do we say? Section of the driveway or it's not for the full driveway?
Section of the driveway infrastructure.
Or a section of the driveway infrastructure. I propose that per section 3.18.E.D, we approve an impact of 100 feet into steep slopes by the driveway.
Very steep slope.
A very steep slope. That's not very good wording. I'm not getting good wording.
It would be better if less than 100 feet.
100 feet or less? Of 100 feet or less. Of no more than, of no more than. Okay. Proposed driveway. I'd like to use proposed, something's actually in. Okay, and I propose we grant a waiver of 50% to the class 3 of the class 3 wetland setback near station 1 plus 50 as depicted on SP1 81525. All of these are as depicted on SP1 81525, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Do I have to make that official? Does that sound good or?
Yeah, I had a question, the setback from Waughbrook
Stream, yeah.
stream.
Waughbrook.
I think it's top of bank.
Because
Yes.
it's not a named stream, top of bank and top of slope do not apply in this situation.
But
Is that right?
Right.
But the setback is from what they call the top of bank, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a
I thought I
note on the
saw-
plan.
I thought I saw that.
That may be the language that they use, but that is not the language required by the.
So by stream, does that mean the waterway? What does that mean?
No, it is the required setback from the, I don't know, the waterway? What's
Yeah,
the?
probably the
official-
center line.
The-
Center line.
Dan, I think it's actually, they've got a top of bank.
Yeah, I think they drew it as top of bank.
And then they did a setback from the top of bank. But you're right, you can do it from the center line or the top of bank. I think I remember from the regs.
If it was from the center line, they wouldn't need the waiver, so.
Yeah, right.
But that's, the plans show from the top of bank is.
They thought it was a named stream.
Oh,
Well, it's got a name, but
It is not named per the regulation.
it's right here.
There are regulations like this.
There's 5 names. One is the Greek, which doesn't have a name. In my personal opinion, is the definition of the name.
25 feet, that's it. And the red line is,
Use an update.
top of slope, brook bank. That's it. So they call it a setback from the top of slope brook bank. 25-foot brook setback. Okay. So could we say grant a waiver from the 25-foot brook setback of the waiver of 50%? Or what is it?
A waiver of up to 50%?
A waiver of up to,
Of the, the
up
20
to 50%
of the 25, right?
of the 25-foot brook, top of brook bank setback? I mean, that's how they call it now.
Well, again, you
I
need to
would-
reference the
Yeah,
drawing.
just reference the drawing.
Yeah.
As
But
depicted.
what are we saying though? But
they
As
call it.
per
what are we saying?
sketch.
But, I mean, you can't just say a waiver of up to 50% of the what? A waiver of up to 50%. You can't, I mean,
Stream bank setback?
From the stream, wait.
well, it's
Well,
not.
remember, we
the
got
stream.
stuck with set,
They
top
say-
of
they
bank
say
versus
call it
slope.
stream
and-
bank.
They
It's
call
called
it,
the surface water setback.
Okay.
all right,
I can read the
waiver of
section.
up to, the waiver of up to 50% of the 25-foot surface water setback.
That is correct.
Water setback. Okay, are we ready?
But does that get them far enough using this 25? Means that this is from the top of bank. They're asking for 25% of that.
They're asking for 50%.
50%.
So they're asking for that here because this line is coming like that, right? So they're asking for that.
No, but, so we're saying
12 and a half.
stream.
Now, are we saying from the surface water setback, not from the surface water, but a waiver? No, we're just saying a waiver of the surface water setback, wherever that's supposed to be. They think it's supposed to be there. Is that right? Okay. I know this is boring, sorry. Okay, let me try this again. Boy, if somebody could type fast and type this in, I can't write that fast.
Right, but if you can just read it that fast, because we have somebody that types our minutes.
Yeah, I know, I mean, I can't read my writing.
Oh.
Granting a waiver, I'd like to propose, okay, propose granting a waiver of up to 50% of the 25-foot surface water setback for a section of the driveway infrastructure.
So you made a motion to do that?
She did.
I'll second it.
Okay.
I thought we were supposed to include all three.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
I think we're doing all three
Yeah.
waivers.
So it's gonna be really
I
long.
thought we were doing,
Oh, no, we're doing the three, yeah. This is the 3 points of the conditional use.
There's 3 points to the second.
Yeah, this is all the things that we're giving conditional use approval for.
Okay, and I propose we, per 4.18.E.D, we approve an impact of no more than 100 feet to the very steep slopes by the proposed driveway. Okay, and third, I propose we grant a waiver of 50% of the Class 3 wetland setback near Station 1+50. All of these as depicted on site plan SP.1 dated 8/15/25.
Bingo. Motion by Penny.
So I heard two things there.
Okay.
So you only heard two?
No, that was all
They
three.
were all three.
Yeah, that was all three. Yeah, yep. No, that was definitely three. Yeah. So motion by Penny,
I'll second that.
second by Matt. We'll make him repeat it. So any discussion on the motion? No, hearing no discussion. All in favor, so say an aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Hearing none, so motion passes. And the third application is the access review.
Brad, how do we usually state this for an approval of access?
Any way you'd like. I'm here, just for the record, I'm here because I was involved in the initial application. Maya's the acting zoning administrator. I'm just here for support as I'm working with her as she's training in her transition. So,
But you are also quite privy to historically how we do things.
yeah, I am.
You're our memory.
But
You're our
do
memory
I-
bank.
But do I have a say or not? I don't know. I could make some suggestions. I think Maya could give you some advice on approving an access or granting an access.
No, because there is no record of the right of way being 20 feet.
No, so you're
So we already
approving an access application.
Yep, so the variance was
Just
approved.
because if there's an access application.
Okay,
Based on what? Why are we reviewing the access?
We are reviewing the access because of the pre-existing non-conforming lot.
Which we've just basically made conforming.
well, we granted some waivers,
Well, with all the
yeah,
waivers and
yep, so, had it not needed any waivers, we still have to approve the access.
I see, okay.
Because, it's a existing non-conforming lot from the 1960s.
Okay.
Well, aren't we actually approving access because it's new development?
Well, it's pre-existing lot, so, I think if it conformed, it would.
If none of these issues occurred, we would still have to have a DRB hearing because it is a pre-existing non-conforming lot.
So does frontage enter into this, the 400-foot
Frontage
frontage, because it's
is-
the end of the road?
yes, that is part of its designation as pre-existing non-conforming.
Yeah, so the lot, it's actually, I believe they said that this was 5 or 6 like small lots that make up this 5.5 acre bigger lot.
And this is a shared, this is a shared access. This is off of a shared driveway, right?
Good.
And let's see. Where is my handy dandy cul-de-sac? Where's my rural cul-de-sac?
No,
End of the road.
because
To
you're
the road.
towards the end of the road.
Forget where that is.
Don't leave nothing.
No.
within it.
I don't believe we're waiving the frontage requirement. I believe this is just because it is pre-existing non-conforming.
I agree with that.
And it is pre-existing non-conforming because it does not have frontage. It was a lot created, a lot that did not have frontage before these regulations went into effect.
Okay, I kind of don't get that, but okay. Because, I mean, any lot that you have, if you've got a lot, it's just, I guess, an existing lot, so you're not making it with a subdivision, and if it doesn't have a curb cut, you need access to the lot. So I guess it's a pre-existing lot, because you're not making it from subdivision.
Yes.
Whether it's conforming or not doesn't matter, does it?
It's non-conforming because of its lack of frontage.
Oh,
So we don't have to make it conforming
I see.
because it's not a new lot.
Okay.
If this was a subdivision application, yeah, we would.
Oh, so we don't have to, so you think we don't have to note a regulation that shows that it has the correct amount of frontage? Because it's, okay.
Yeah, we're saying
So
it's not
frontage,
conforming, yeah.
Screw the frontage.
Does not meet that.
Sorry, throw away the frontage.
Non-conforming. And, but the access needs to be approved. So, the driveway, there's this section that they share with their neighbor, and then the driveway after the bridge up to the house.
So the only, what rules on this is the section 3.2, which is access in our regulations, and then the road ordinance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any reason that we wouldn't approve it, but I just don't know what regulations to note in our approval of it. If there are any specific ones to note. We've already covered everything related to the driveway.
3.8D clarifies the definition of pre-existing non-conforming lot.
Okay.
You have to write all this stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So do we just state that we approve it as a existing non-conforming lot?
access to a pre-existing non-conforming.
lot.
I guess we just,
I think the design to meet our standards. I remember that being discussed last week.
yeah. It's been designed to our standards. The engineer designed it to our standards.
Right.
So there we have it. I think that's it. We have the bridge upgrade too, so we'll just put that in the decision also.
Mhm.
Bridge upgrade.
Yep.
All right, so I make a motion to approve the access to the lot at 20 Waughbrook Lane.
So, yeah, motion by Penny.
Is there a second?
It's a pre-existing non-conforming lot.
Pre-existing non-conforming lot.
Okay, add that to the end.
Sure.
Okay, motion by Penny.
And nothing about the bridge?
Oh, we can put that in our decision, I think,
Okay.
unless you want to make it part of
Note
the,
the bridge, or
Yeah.
just say there's a
or it
bridge.
needs to be in the motion, but,
Okay. Second.
okay, second by Greg. Any discussion on the motion?
And that would be the shared driveway. There'd be a number of things, shared driveway, bridge.
So it's,
No waiver of frontage.
Yeah.
okay,
it does
all
be
right,
one.
would this maybe be, looking back at our permit, could this maybe be the wording that we approve access to 20 Waughbrook Lane over a private road with an unknown road right of way width and over a private bridge? Does that sound okay?
Yeah, you want to make a new motion with that?
Okay, I would like to make a motion to approve access to 20 Waughbrook Lane over a private road, private shared drive. Oh no, it's actually over a private road with an unknown right-of-way width that continues on a shared drive over a private bridge to the lot.
So motion by Penny, second by Greg. Okay.
So that's kind of an amended motion, right?
Yeah, I guess technically, or you want, maybe like,
I was fumbling around
yeah, so.
first, so that's my
May I
real.
ask for clarification? Again, I am trying to understand whether you're granting improved access along the entire Waughbrook Lane, which is private.
No. And so the public portion of the hearing's closed, but no, we're just dealing with the Crosses property.
Okay. Just needed a clarification because the wording was such that it was over the Waughbrook Lane, a shared driveway over the private road. So I wanted you to clarify that.
They own the bridge. The bridge is on your property. It's not a shared.
Well, it is, because Peter
It's a shared drive, so it must be
Right.
shared.
But it's not a shared ownership. They own, it's their bridge.
I think the road ends where it turns
Mhm.
off of Waughbrook, and then that becomes just a shared drive between us and number 15.
Yeah, there's a new driveway off the shared drive.
And the Davises have a right of way over that bridge, which you own.
Okay.
So to clarify, you are discussing from the bridge to the Crosses property and not the entire length of Waughbrook all the way out to Corbett?
Right, because that's the variance.
Yep.
That was the variance.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Was that a motion?
Okay.
So just,
I want to
Would
make
you
sure
withdraw
I
your
get
old
this
motion?
right. So either Maya or Brad, who's been involved since the beginning with this, have a better way to word this. Is it too
Just a
confusing?
suggestion, I'm trying not to overstep. I do have a suggestion, but if you have one, Maya, okay. I would simply approve an access permit that involves the reconstruction of a new bridge and the construction of a new driveway, period.
Okay,
keep it simple.
all right, then I make a motion that we approve an access to 20 Waughbrook Lane that involves the reconstruction of an existing bridge and the construction of a new driveway. Keep it simple.
So there was a new motion by Penny. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Greg. And any discussion on the motion? Okay, no discussion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. So,
Okay, so we got our three.
yep, so that was the three. Yeah, so we did vote to approve 3 parts of your application. Within 45 days of this hearing, within 45 days of this hearing, the zoning administrator, on behalf of the board, will send a copy of the decision to the applicants. their representatives and those who have participated in tonight's hearing. Then the 30-day appeal period will begin on the date the decision is signed. A letter that will accompany the decision will outline the next steps.
So there's a waiting period for building permit too, right? 30-day, Maya, waiting for, period for building, do I got it right?
Yes.
So the building permit, the building permit also has an appeal period, that's my understanding.
So we sometimes, I seem to recollect in the past, we let that, I think legally we can let that overlap.
The 2 appeal periods?
Yeah, but I think I remember we've done that in the past, but I'm not absolutely positive. Maybe that's something someone could check on.
Yeah, well, so it's, we'd still need to issue our decision, and then I guess that could be something looked into, but I don't think we need to just put that into our decision at all.
Okay.
Submitted also.
Right, the building permit is part of the exhibits.
Okay, so you did submit a building permit? Okay.
Oh.
So,
But you can't approve it.
yeah, the building permit is in Iowa approved. So we'll have 45 days to write up a written decision. Greg's gonna job captain that, and
We always try to do it as quickly as we can, but it requires everybody's input and reading things over.
yeah, and this one's like more complicated than than some of the ones you've had recently, but yeah, we'll get that out to you, and then yep, you know, you can work with Maya and Brad on the building permit application.
Thanks for your patience.
Thank
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
thank you.
very much.
Yeah, thanks.
You can go home and celebrate with your
Yeah.
folks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have a good night.
So, yeah, so we took care of our other business while we were waiting, so,
Motion to adjourn.
any motion to adjourn?
I'll
Motion
make
by
a
Greg?
motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion by Karen,
Second?
second by Greg, all in favor?
9:52.
Aye.